Coming up on Mountain News at 6, lawmakers pass a budget proposal funding water infrastructure improvements in one southeastern Kentucky city. And KCTCS President Dr. Ryan Quarles is set to pay a visit to eastern Kentucky next week. We'll tell you where.
And we are tracking an active forecast through next week. Those details coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Governor Andy Beshear will be busy looking over a lot of bills within the next few weeks. Both the House and Senate worked late last night advancing a number of issues. $2.7 billion was passed by the legislature, which will be focused on increasing school classroom and transportation funding. Some leaders are disappointed there's still no mandated teacher raises, though.
Great public schools start with great educators in front of students and assisting and working with students every day. And until we're investing in them and lifting them up, we're still going to have a problem of recruiting and retaining the high quality educators to work with our kids every day.
The General Assembly also advanced a bill to allow school systems to use guardians, retired military, in the place of school resource officers until that need can be met, and a bill to keep vapes and e-cigarettes not authorized by the FDA out of stores. Southeast Kentucky lawmakers have secured $2.6 million to improve water infrastructure in Everts. That money is a part of the General Assembly's budget recently passed. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us how the funding will impact Harlan Countyans.
It is an ongoing issue impacting several homes.
This has been such a quality of life issue for the people at Clover Fork. More than 40 outages in just a 2-year period is just unacceptable.
Leaders and community members worked together knowing a solution was needed.
It was a comprehensive problem and it needed a comprehensive solution, and there was no one at any level that didn't want the best for Everett, city government and so forth, but they had applied for competitive grants, didn't receive those, and so we needed outside help.
Enter the General Assembly. $2.6 million secured to help fix those issues.
Not only did we get the money, we got specific line items for Everett's, and it's $2.6 million. It's fantastic.
Line items addressing water loss issues.
And it's been identified to help fund a water storage tank, as well as a new well and also water line replacements. Everett's has had significant water loss issues, and new water lines are needed in many of the areas up there.
Mosley says the funding can allow the city government to prepare for the equipment. In Harlan County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Judge Executive Dan Mosley also says officials in Everts have applied for other grants as well. Governor Andy Beshear will have 2 weeks to sign off on the budget. Southern Kentucky Senator Brandon Storm has secured $1 million, which will go toward a project in Laurel County. The money will be awarded to London Tourism and Parks to assist in the development of the new London Laurel County Regional Fairgrounds project. Here's what Storm had to say about securing the funding. Quote, "This investment will yield long-term benefits for local tourism and revenue and positively affect our region. I owe a debt of gratitude to members of the Senate leadership for joining me in support of this line item allocation. I'm eager to see these dollars' positive impact on London, Laurel County, and the entire region." Qualified voters in West Virginia who have applied for an absentee by mail ballot will start seeing those arrive as early as today. According to West Virginia's Secretary of State, state law allows absentee by mail voting for voters who are not able to vote in person on Election Day. One local clerk says they got their absentee ballots yesterday, which means their team has been working for hours to get them mailed out on time. The West Virginia primary election is May 14th. A Harlan County man is facing several charges. Police say he tried to assault an officer. Last Sunday, Harlan County Sheriff deputies were called out to a home in Loyal about a verbal domestic dispute. Witnesses told police Christopher Blanton had been doing drugs. Police later learned Blanton had an active warrant. During the arrest, Blanton reportedly started kicking the officer and grabbed at his firearm. Blanton was taken to the Harlan County Detention Center. A man has been arrested and charged with murder after a woman's body was found inside a burned vehicle last year. KSP says Joshua Minnick has been arrested in connection with an ongoing investigation into the death of Stacy Minnick. Stacy's body was found inside a vehicle in Greenup County 1 year ago this week. On Wednesday, a warrant was issued for Joshua, charging him with murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse, all related to the incident.
Well, the weather is really nice on this Good Friday, all thanks to high pressure. A live look from Laurel County from the London Corbin Airport. We are tracking some dry weather, also some sunny conditions, and that current temperature is above average, up to 68 degrees. Most of us in the middle to upper 60s, even a few lower 70s, up to 70 in Harlan, also in Somerset, also sitting at 69 for Manchester, Jackson, and in Irvin at this hour. And we stay comfortable as we go into this evening, all thanks to that high pressure system up on first alert pinpoint Doppler. A clean sweep also continues, and again, that will stick around as we go into tonight. Those lows are chilly but not as cold as recent nights. Most of us wake up in the middle to upper 40s. Those clouds also increase as that next weather system is on the way. We are tracking a few rain chances at times into this weekend and possibly some severe weather by early next week. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, Cameron, thank you. According to data from the American Association of Colleges of Pharmacy, the number of pharmacy technicians employed in 2023 was 10,210. Last year, there were a total of approximately 158 positions open. But over at the University of Kentucky, they're hoping to see those numbers change with the help of some creative programs. Julia Sandor talked with those partnering with Kentucky schools about the possibilities in the field.
We're able to provide them with a myriad of different experiences, hands-on experiences from compounding and non-sterile compounding and an array of different things so they can really get their hands on things and perform the same tasks that our technicians are doing here, just with supervision.
Through UK's pharmacy services, they're prepping the next generation of pharmacy technicians.
And so certified technicians are hard to come by, and so we have decided that we need to create certified technicians within in-house. And so in order to do that, we're reaching out wherever we can in the schools, in the community setting, to recruit individuals as early on as middle school even, to try and get their interest in pharmacy, give them the experience and see if this is the career path that they would like to choose.
With a lot on their plate, they're always looking for more certified technicians, which can be hard to come by. So as they face shortages in the field, they're working with their community to get more people involved in the profession.
Pharmacy techs are literally the backbone. We have, of course, pharmacists, but we assist in every step of the way. And without the techs, this work just won't get done. There's too much ground to cover.
With 8 retail pharmacies, 1 specialty pharmacy, and additional locations being added throughout the next year, they'll be looking to fill more spots.
I've been here almost 15 years now, and I wouldn't exchange it for anything. I love working as a pharmacy technician.
In Lexington, Julia Sandor, WKYT.
New data shows more people are pursuing higher education through Kentucky's independent colleges. According to data from the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, there were more than 4,600 students enrolled last fall when compared to fall 2022. It was a record 59,088 students for that semester. When compared to 2013, the Association of Independent Kentucky Colleges and Universities has seen a 63% jump in enrollment within a decade. KCTCS President Dr. Ryan Quarles is set to pay a visit to southeastern Kentucky next week. Dr. Quarles will be talking to employees and students on the Harlan campus of Southeast Kentucky Community and Technical College on Wednesday. The meeting will be at 3 p.m. in the campus auditorium. The Harlan County Black Bears enjoyed a historic run at the boys' Sweet 16, and you can relive all of the action. Starting tomorrow at 10 a.m., you can catch the action of Harlan County's 4 games at Rupp Arena, including the championship contest against UK commit Travis Perry and Lyon County. You can see all 4 games on our second channel, Heroes and Icons, WYMT.com, or our WYMT News app.
Well, we are tracking one more dry evening before rain chances increase by this weekend. Your forecast coming up. Plus,
members with one church in Knott County walk with the cross on this Good Friday, continuing a tradition that has been going on for 2 decades.